Hello and welcome to my little presentation on gardening. I'm your host today, the Crazy Garden Lady, and I've been gardening for a few years. And as part of Fun Dan's effort to help you feel more in control of your lives, we will be sending out to all the participants signed up for the fourth session, which is right now. We're getting close to the end of it. Um, and those who are getting books will receive these seeds. There's 4 different varieties of seed packs. And I wanted to talk about how planting a garden can help during this pandemic. First off, there's been a lot of stress over food and food supplies. Is there enough out there? And although I've never gardened enough to provide all the food for my family's needs, it is nice to be able to have a little bit of say in where your food comes from and planting it and growing it. And it's also a great activity to do with young children because then they can see the process of how something starts out as a small seed and then it turns into something bigger. Um, and Many of you may be familiar with the victory gardens that were grown during the World Wars in an attempt to help people take charge of their own life and their own food supply. Also, Michelle Obama, when she was the first lady, she advocated for people to grow their own gardens, which I loved. I thought that was a wonderful. And so we're not sending you enough for um, a massive garden, but it's a start, and you can start growing, and hopefully that will help you, connect to nature. There's plenty of research out there that's talked about how nature is really good for our mental health, and connecting with nature is great for us on a one-to-one scale, and it's just a great process. And so the seeds that were packed, they're all heirloom seeds. There's no GMOs in there. And since I like music, I wanted to sing a little song about seeds. And it's to the music of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. So here goes. Grow, grow, grow your food. First you need some seeds. Place them in the soil to grow. Take care of all their needs. What will they need to grow? Sunlight, air, and water too. Using nutrients in the soil to stretch their stems up into view. They start as tiny plants but grow and grow and grow into larger plants and trees. They grow from down below. What will you choose to plant? Fruits and veggies, so much food. Pick the food and bring it in. Eat it raw or baked or stewed. All right, so that's my music for this presentation. And then I wanted to push this back a little so that you can see a little bit more. Of some ideas of now I would like you to learn from my mistakes, and one of my mistakes early on was just saying, yeah, there's too many instructions to read, so I'm just gonna plant whatever I want to plant when I want to plant it and see what happens. It was like an experiment. Well, I found that I wasted a lot of time and seeds on doing it that way. So I would really encourage you to look up the seeds that you have when they come and to make sure that it's the right season to plant them. It'll save you a lot of time and energy and effort. So I have this that I'm recycling. It did have some fruit in it. I believe apples or peaches or something. And it's kind of the perfect size because it has these little containers that you can put dirt in and then plant on the inside, grow inside, and then later transplant outside. There's also this type of thing, which is called Jiffy Pots, that it just basically dissolves and you can plant it directly into the ground, and it'll grow from there. But if you're going to transplant, if you had these, you wouldn't want to start out with these inside because the water will come through it and make a big mess. the beauty of this is that when you water it, you know, you can see how much water is in there. You can see if you need more water or not, and you can watch them grow, and the kids can watch them grow. So I've got I've got a trowel here and a little bit of dirt, fancy dirt from Lowe's. That's free advertising for Lowe's. If you happen to be a veteran or a spouse of a veteran, then they have a discount there. So that's always nice. Anytime you can get a discount on something, that's helpful. So used my fancy dirt here, which is full of lots of nutrients. And I'll just hold this up so you can see it. So I've got 6 little separate areas where I can plant seeds. And so with your child, you can just, I saved a cherry seed. I have no idea if it'll grow. A part of gardening is just experimenting and saying, hey, will it work? I don't know. So I'm going to plant this cherry seed and see what happens. You just kind of push it in and water it. Don't want to overwater, otherwise that's bad. Too much water is not good. Too little water is not good. So you're going to want to strike a balance. I also have some seeds that I collected from a bell pepper that I bought at the store. Will it grow? No clue. Like I said, it's just an experiment to see. If you are more into, say, planting flowers or something like that, you can do the same thing with the same process. Although there's no flower seeds coming in the book drop, they're all vegetable seeds. But you know, you can try different things and just water them with your kids, and it's a fun activity. Little kids can do it. Depending on how little they are. Seeds are small, which would technically make them a choking hazard if the child is too young. So just monitor how old your child is. You know, if they're a baby, I wouldn't recommend handing them seeds because you don't want them to choke on them. But if they're a little bit older, more in the toddler preschool stage, that would be a good age to plant seeds with your kids. And so I hope you enjoy the seeds that were packaged with love, and that you can start your own gardens. And if you already have a garden, I would love to see what it looks like. Take a picture and post it, and that would be great. And if you plant a garden, now it's been extra hot, so you know, it might be a difficult time to start right now. You might need to keep some things inside for a while, and then at the end of summer, plant them. Like I said, please do your research. You'll waste a lot of time if you do it like I did when I first started gardening and just said, I'll just kind of do what I want. I don't want to read the directions. We'll see what happens. It's better to read the directions. I'm just saying, learn from my mistakes. And happy planting. Enjoy your seeds and have a wonderful evening. Bye.